Okay, so I am getting ready to do this dad panel design. I did the mom panel design, but we never finished the entire video where I laid it on the actual panel. So I'm gonna do that with the dad panel. So we'll go through the entire process with this one. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do, the panels or the little slats that I use, or just a little glass piece. I think they can be found in like the bathroom section at Home Depot. Um, and the size that I have is, I believe, 9 by 3. So what I'm gonna do is just create a rectangle, and I'm gonna size it 9 by 3. This here blew up my screen, my canvas, so that I can see it and keep it at the actual size. I am going to change the color of it, just make it white. Remove those lines back there, and I'm going to change my canvas to black or blue so that I can see what I'm working with. So the first thing I'm going to do is type in the word dad in all caps. And I am going to go through and find me a font. I think I know what font I'm going to use. It's a font I use for like products that I create for men, and it is Poets One or Poe. Let's see, Poets in One. And it's a bit of a bolder font, and I'm gonna put it right dead in the center. I believe that the color requested for the dad is going to be blue, but I'm gonna double check that. Or black, I'm sorry. Nope, dad is supposed to be red, so I was way off. So I'm just gonna change it to red, just like so. And what I'm gonna do is select all and center, which I pretty much had it centered because it didn't move at all. And then we're gonna start adding the names. This particular plaque has, I believe, one, two, three, four, five, 6 names. And I know I gotta ask questions before on um the name. How many names can you add to the plaque? And you can add as many as you want. It's just gonna go in different lines instead of having one straight line. I usually do 2 or 3. And someone just asked about the font that I use. It is Points in One, and it can be found on thefont.com, I believe. I'm not sure if it was a font on Cricut or something that I downloaded. I've been using it for a long time now. So we'll get started with the names. The names are going to be in, I believe those will be in black since the actual dad is in red. But I'm going to double check that too. Yep. So the first name that we have, and I'm just going to go in the order that I was given the names, and that is Rihanna. And I'm going to type them out all separately. Do black. So think we have all six now. So the next thing that I will want to do is come up with a font for this. For the mom panels, I used, I believe it was Yessie, which is a really pretty, but it's a real girly font. So for the dad panel, I don't really want to use that same font. And if you want to see how Yessie looks, you just let's highlight this one and change it to Yessie. And it puts those hearts and everything like that. So that is the one that I use for the mom panels. But for the dad panel, I don't think I want to use that font. Um, what I'll probably use, or what I'll probably do is we're gonna go and find a font from the font. I am going to still use a script font. This one looks pretty good right here as well. But I am still going to use a script font. Just not the real pretty girly looking font. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and download it. When you download fonts from the font, you do have to open them. It's not the right one. Some of them will come with a few different files. And you just have to pick which one you want to download, or you can download all of them. So I think that's about the one there. I'm just going to hit install. And once you hit install, the font is pretty much installed on your computer. If you go to fonts in your computer, you will find the Valentina design. Font. But with Cricut, it does not automatically upload to Cricut. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to save this project. I'm just going to save it as that. And then you're going to have to force a reload. Or just reload it. And once you do that, the font will be installed on the font. So I'm going to bring this back up. Take these lines back away. Highlight this. Let me group it together so it stays with each other. I did too much. Okay, group that. Now that is movable together as one. And highlight this. Change the font to the one we just did. There it is. Looks kind of girly as well. Saw the swirls and things, but let's see. Yeah, it is really girly. Let's find another. I guess we'll have to not do the swirls. What you can do is just click on script and it'll pull up a whole bunch of script fonts. And you can type in one of the names. Let's do Rihanna. Hit enter and it is going to show you how that font looks with, or how that names look with each font. And it is pages and pages and pages of fonts. As you can see, 954. I'm not going to go through all of those. I usually just grab one and use it. I like this cream cake, and I also seen up here sweet chili. So I'm going to download both. We're going to do the same thing and get those installed. No longer need that. So again, we're going to have to reload this. I've already saved it once, and I'm not really using any changes that I made. So I'm just going to go ahead and reload it. I don't need to save it again. So one of them was sweet chili. See how that looks. And the other was cream cake. Okay, I like the cream cake better. So I'm going to go ahead and change all of these to the font cream cake. It looks like Cricut has done a good update. I'm seeing one that I really like. One thing Cricut used to do was Cricut used to, whenever you would do a font, um, Cricut would pretty much have these all spaced out. And now they don't. They're still individual letters. As you can see, if you make it really, really big, you can see that there's still individual letters. Like there's a line there for the H and the A. But it used to be really, really spaced out. And now it's not. You used to have to go in and adjust your line spacing and letter spacing in order to put everything close together. So now all you have to do is go in and weld it. And now it takes those lines away. So we're going to do Rihanna. Arrange, send to the front. Once I get them all placed in here, I can see exactly what sizing I want to use. How about we just send a dad all the way to the back? And that way everything will be up front. Still got to change these out. So that's our 6 names. And if you want to go a little bit further and have everything like the same height, what you can do is just go through and I'm just changing them all black now. Go through and just change the height of each one. So the height on this one is 6.97, and let's make it an even 0.7, and that way they'll all be the same height. I don't do that because some of the times the height goes from the like this wide is lower and then the top of the capital letters. So that's the reason why I don't do it so often. I kind of just eyeball it and make it how I want to. Like this Paris seems way bigger than the other ones, but it's because of the font. Both of those have letters that drop down. It doesn't make a difference here because Paris is on a line by itself and these two are on a line by themselves, but it's going to make a difference here because both of these has Z's and this doesn't have anything that drops below. So, and I'll show you. 0.7, 0.7. And then if we do this one at 0.7, it is like it seems way bigger than the others. So I'm just going to adjust that one myself. What I'm going to do is highlight these 3 and align to the top. And they're where they're lying perfectly this way. Up top. So they're straight all together. And then, is completely even. So I don't think that worked pretty good. Works better when you're using like Photoshop. Normally for the mom frame, we put hearts. I usually put hearts between the letters. For the dad frame, I think I'm going to do the same thing. Dads still love their children. Change that black. I'm just going to duplicate, pull that over, highlight both of them, and align. You can align these to the top or to the bottom. They're the same. And then do an even distribution. It's only two of them, so it won't do it. I'll take this last one and duplicate it again. Put it down here. And that'll complete that. I'm going to hide this dad. Select all of this. And group it together. Unhide the dad portion. Select all of it. And center it. So that there is my dad plaque, and I'll show you how the actual plaque looks in a second. I am gonna go ahead and cut this. One thing you will want to do is remove your background. You don't need it anymore. So you can either hide it or you can just take this portion of it, ungroup it, and delete it out so that it doesn't cut. I'm gonna hit make. I'm gonna cancel that. One thing we're gonna have to do with this entire group here so that it's not all individual is attach it. Let's save this before I send it to cut. Because Cricut been acting funny lately and sometimes I miss out on projects and have to redo them. Now we can click make. And now it's all one piece. And we're just going to keep it up here in the corner. We don't need to do any adjustments. You don't have to mirror it because we're using 651 vinyl. Same thing with the dad. So I'll be back in a few moments, I guess, after this cuts to show you how I apply it to the panel. Thank you all for tuning in and have a good day.